Big voice. KWTN 100.9 FM. Allen, Nebraska. The official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe.
Aw, yeah. Here we are again. We are live at 5. You are listening to 100.9 FM. This is KWTN, the Big Voice Radio. You are here with us live for a special edition of the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. This is your host, Coach Q. On the ones and twos, we got DJ Besame, and then in the studio with me today for an interview with the man is DJ Garanteed. He's in the studio with us today. Say hi.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to be here and everything too. So I know this is a live at 5, so yeah, looking forward to it.
A live at 5. So this episode of the Big Voice Sports Talk Show, we're going to talk about a couple things. G, me and you are going to chop it up a little bit about some current sports. And today, later on in the show, we are going to have a exclusive first time interview with Carlos Trinidad-Snake.
Man, just blew it up. You know what I mean? He's got to be the most famous guy in Omaha right now.
Yeah, man. He really blew up the set. The stage was set at an all-time limelight, sold out crowd. Right down there in Omaha, Nebraska, right in the center too, right in the middle of town.
Dang, man. Yeah, and you got to attend. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, and I'll give the viewers and everything who didn't get to attend live, I'll give them a version of what we saw that night.
Yeah.
And then I know once Carlos gets here, we're gonna get into talking about the fight itself, and then even
let's go.
We got some information about his big bro Gabe is gonna be coming up too with some fights too. A lot of people don't remember that, but his big bro is a fighter too, and so he's got a big old flyer out about his next fight coming up, and we'll get into that. So make sure and stick around and listen to the rest of the show, you guys.
Yeah.
And I heard Carlos said, he just called. He said he's on his way to the studio right now,
getting escorted,
flying in from a helicopter. They said,
dang, signing autographs and everything.
Man.
Talking to the paparazzi right now. So he's on his way.
He's on his way. But in the meantime, in between time, hey man, we can chop it up a little bit about some other sports, man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Other things that are going on, like just easy to talk about Winnebago sports. That's from the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. That's why we started, is to talk about our own community members, these kids here that are doing real great things out there on the field, on the court, in the classroom, all that.
For sure. Before we get into that, Coach Q, we only have 5 left. Of these t-shirts. I don't know what camera's on. Okay, so these t-shirts right here, and we'll give one to Carlos, you know what I mean, but these are the unique t-shirts and stuff. Let them know how they can get themselves one that Carlos is going to be wearing here and stuff. Is there going to be a question, or maybe if they share this post or whatever it may be and stuff like that? But we want to give this away to somebody that's listening. We did give away some tickets to a lucky winner, and Carlos sponsored that and everything, and they were down there.
Yeah, they did we did with DJ Besme the last man standing waffle, drawing, and that it was fun.
It was just a giveaway.
It was fun to do. And we gave 2 tickets away, and Carla LaPointe won the 2 tickets, and just so you know, I'll talk about this a little bit later on too when we talk about the fight, but she was there with one of her daughters, and they was enjoying it. They was enjoying themselves.
For sure. So how did they win this t-shirt? How do you want to do it?
Oh, how about just a simple couple clicks on the button. This episode right here, just share it.
Okay.
Just share it. That's all you gotta do. You don't have to tag anybody or like anything. Just click on the share button, and DJ Besme is gonna be keeping track of who's all clicking and sharing.
Because I know you guys need some gear for powwows and everything, and a lot of people are like, hey, I want my t-shirt, or I think, where do you get those t-shirts? It has a record, it has the buffalo, because the Buffalo Clan, very important, they're communicators of the tribe, and it has a nice, beautiful design on it and stuff. And like I said, unique, and you can get it for free if you share this.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Just share it. That's all you got to do is share it. So let's start doing that and get a list going for Bethany.
Yeah. Once again, Carlos is on his way.
Yep.
And he's going to be here. Man, I really appreciate him, because I know after his fight and everything, I kind of talked to you, and he was busy with media and everything, but just 2 days after his fight, he's up here in Winnebago.
Yeah.
That's important to us.
Yeah, it's important to him. And he'll talk about that too, because he definitely is an offspring of the Winnebago tribe, and he really wants to share his success stories with the youth, and then also just people that are interested in sports in general here back home on the home res, and
for sure.
And I really do. I mean, I look down the road and I see this guy doing some great things here in our community, and I'm not talking monetarily. I'm talking about being an example for these young ones, and what it does, or how far you can go by just putting in the hard work and the effort and never giving up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited about the next few years to see what this young man's gonna be come back and sharing with his own people. So
for sure.
Really enjoying that.
All right, so let's talk about some sports here, as we have 5,000 friends on Facebook, so there's probably going to be 5,000 shares.
Yeah.
We got 130,000 people that listen up in Sioux City area, but we're also on YouTube, and we have our internet radio. So those people that are overseas, or those people that are in Hawaii, make sure you tune in right here, and you might win yourself a Big Voice t-shirt. I want to talk about real quick here, just like you said, we're going to recap some of the end of the school year sporting events, including like track and field and golf and some other things and stuff. Shout out to all those athletes that finished up. I know that the awards banquet for the athletes award banquet took place, and great coverage, and congratulations to everybody, and looking forward to, I heard some people are already in the weight room doing their thing.
Yep. Yeah, that's a real important thing in this off season for the sports for next year, since school is officially out this past Friday.
Yeah.
And so we have Coach Jeff. He's going to be the head coach of the boys basketball team next year.
Oh, cool.
Coach Markel is going to be the head coach of the girls basketball program next year, and they have summer workouts already planned out. There's there's 3 different times that the kids can choose to do their workouts: early in the morning, midday, or early evening. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to get that 2015 to 2018 Winnebago winning culture back, in our school. When we say that, we just think back to the coaches. We all kind of see things happening, within closed doors. Sure. And when I say that, I'm talking about the effort the kids are giving, who's all showing up to the extra practices, who's all hitting the weight room.
Yeah.
Since 2018, it kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, wow, why'd that happen? And I think it has to do with the kids that graduated out. None of the younger ones, caught on to that work ethic. They didn't catch on. And so now the coaches are really trying to drive this into the kids' in their brains and in their hearts, that if we want to become a championship caliber team, and I'm not talking about just winning the conference, I'm talking about winning the whole thing, that we have to get back into the culture of getting in the gym and training for what our goals are, not just pick up a basketball and go run games. So I know that the weight program, they're announcing dates, they're announcing times. So you parents out there that you're wondering about these workouts, hey, just contact the school or contact Coach Jeff, and he'll let you know what's up.
Fundamentals is key and stuff. You always preach that when you're commentating for the live streams and everything. Fundamentals is key, and a lot of times in the off season is where you get to kind of evaluate how the season went, what you want to improve on, and then just kind of go from there and implement some of those things too. So man, that's pretty exciting. That's basketball.
Yeah, that's just basketball. That's the off season workout plan that they have. And that doesn't have to just be for basketball. That can be for football. That can be for your track, cross country, all that stuff like that. Extra training, no matter what, will help you out. It's just that the basketball coaches are the ones running it, you know. So get up there, kids. Get up there and get yourself working out with those guys. So
yeah, and that's for the basketball team. Now volleyball, I know that we had like Coach Hernandez come up, and you know, Coach Rave for volleyball and baskall, and doing. So the ladies are doing their things too. Then we got baseball. You know, Whirling Thunder's kind of been running some, trying to get into the groove of making that culture known here in Winnebago, because I'll be honest, man, I didn't play baseball or softball when I was in high school, or even, you know, Digits or Broncos or anything like that, you know. But we have that beautiful softball field and baseball field out there that they utilize. We even commentated a game and went live for what was the championship or something like that last year.
Yeah, we had 2 championship games last year that we live streamed from out in the fields, and that was like we were talking about last year. There were historically a lot of firsts last year.
Yeah,
you know, we did a lot of firsts last year, and that was one of our firsts that we did. Was the first time that we went live for a baseball game here in Winnebago. Over the radio and over the internet. That was a blast.
That was cool. I mean, the kids put on an excellent game. You get to see that. And one thing that I want to point out is, like, I know the parent involvement is very huge, and it was good to see like them cheering them on and just the positive vibe. Yeah, they didn't probably make a good play, or they got struck out or something like that, but the parents just encouraged them, you know what I mean? And I was just like, that's what we need to do. And what it means to those young ones and stuff out there in the baseball field is really cool. And I know, like, Coach Huge, you know, he was the coordinator for that, went up to the council level. Who's the coordinator now, dude?
Maxwell Little Walker took over as the head honcho down there, and he's doing a real good job too. He learned a lot from Coach Huge, as you know, as he should, you know, kind of getting to see how Huge did all the things last year, and then kind of putting his own spin to it and everything too this year. But I know that baseball is actually started. They started playing baseball this past weekend, I believe, was their first game, or at the end of last week. And we need to try to get Coach Sean up here and visit a little bit, maybe on one of the Tuesday shows, to talk a little bit about, you know, just the baseball program and what it's doing here in Winnebago. And then we also have the girls softball program also started too, and that league just now started last night because my little girl's playing, and their first league game was last night. And it's very interesting. We have 10 and under, 12 and under, 14 and under, and I believe we have a teen group that are all playing softball this summer. So no ages are missed, and I believe that they have some t-ball teams that are going to be participating up in the city as well, to kind of get them girls ready for the big girl baseball or the softball there. So it'll be interesting, man.
Yeah.
And so the girls play on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I believe the boys plays on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So a lot of baseball, a lot of softball all week long. If anybody who's interested in watching some games, you know.
That is good. That is good. So we're just talking about sports until the man, the myth, the legend.
Yes, the living legend now.
Yeah, is going to be coming up here. He's going to be joining us here in a couple minutes and stuff. But we just want to recap. Big Voice Sports Show is, kind of getting ready and prepared for the next season. Yeah. And I know that you guys have been busy. B-Love, I know that he really joins you a lot and just kind of getting all that stuff. But NBA Finals, you know what I mean? What's your prediction? Who do you got in the...
Hey, first, let's give a shout out to B-Love. Yeah. Man. You know, B-Love is usually here, kind of chiming in and giving his 2 cents, and
kind of waiting for the comments to come in
making us laugh, and hearing him eat on the radio and everything.
The little candies,
all the candy wrappers. No, but he's not feeling good. My bro, he's kind of feeling under the weather. So big shout out to B-Love. Hope you get better, bro. Drink some 7-Up and maybe eat some chicken noodle soup.
Some Robitussin?
Yeah, Robitussin make you feel good. But shout out B-Love. But hey, NBA Finals, bro. Don't get me talking about NBA Finals, man.
We'll be here tomorrow.
No. Yeah, let's cover it a little bit.
Okay.
So just recently.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a post on Facebook the other day, and it said, my wife, this morning woke me up, leaned over and whispered the 2 best words that any husband can hear. And those 2 best words is Game 7. And so I got a pretty good response on that post, and I was telling the truth too, because she turns out she's a big New York Knicks fan.
Okay.
And Jalen Brunson fan. So she woke up talking Game 7, and unfortunately the Knicks, they couldn't pull it off.
Went down.
Actually, Brunson got hurt. He fractured a bone in his hand. A couple other guys were hurt too, so they was kind of banged up. So if they would have won, they'd have been too banged up to play the Celtics.
Oh, okay.
Which brings me to that one.
Yeah.
Now my Boston Celtics.
Your Boston Celtics? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So they just been waiting. They got on to the conference finals. They just kind of been waiting for everybody else to play. And so they got one guy that's injured right now, but hopefully in the next couple games he'll be back, and he's a big asset to that team. So you said predictions. My predictions right now on the eastern side, of course, Boston.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna go. They're gonna get 4 out of 6 games, so they'll go 6 games. And then I think on the other side, man, I got to go with Minnesota.
Dang, knocked off the defending.
Oh, Minnesota, they got some athletes up there, man, and the defending champs and the 3-time MVP, the Joker.
Couldn't pull it off.
As good as they are, and then this young team beat them, there's something special going on. That's kind of how I put it too. But our nephew, Little Mountain.
Oh yeah, doing
Little
his thing.
Mountain. Yeah,
Did you see he wore his moccasins?
Yeah, to that
that's why
game.
he won. And then what was he? He had a hand drum afterwards or something like that. Was he gonna bust out a roundie or something?
I don't know if he did or not, but but he is representing right there. He's representing the Standing Rock Sioux tribe, and he's hooping. And man, it's great to watch him play. And see him and the relationship that him and Luca have together. They talk so highly of each other and so respectful. Man, it's just something great to watch.
For sure. Yeah, and I had a chance to kind of watch him when he played for the Celtics. And he had a quiet 30 points. Like, he just all over the place. You know what I mean? Like, he just didn't explode or anything like that. He just kind of freaking boom.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he ended up with like 30-some points. I was like,
man,
where did he get those points? Yeah, man.
I wish I would have got to watch Kyrie play for the Celtics, because that was my team too. And every once in a while, when you have a squad that's not winning, and you get a good trade, you're like, oh, okay, here it is. That's what we've been waiting for.
So do we have any Pacer fans? Do you know a Pacer fan out there? Like, man, somebody that comes up and they're like, oh man, he's a diehard Pacer fan, or she's a diehard Pacer.
The only person that I can think of in my 51 years of life is my little sister Joyce.
Oh, okay.
Joyce, because she was a huge Reggie Miller fan. As a matter of fact, Joyce probably she has maybe about 150 Reggie Miller trading cards.
Oh, dang.
Those things.
Yeah.
Those things are probably worth some money right now.
Okay.
But other than that, as a Pacer fan, no, I don't know anybody.
Don't know anybody. No.
I know there's a lot of bandwagoners out there that I see every day.
So we'll say it here, and then after we get done next time and stuff. But at your guys' family functions and stuff, you and Joyce are going to be rooting against each other, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. It'll be a good one.
But Timberwolves and Mavericks.
Yeah, man. I mean, you really got to go. For me, I got to go with the T-Wolves, because T-Wolves are only 4 hours away. I mean, you could turn your navigation on and just drive up to the Twin Cities within 4 hours, get to the Target Center in 4.5. 3.5. Oh,
if you I'm not even saying that.
No, but that's kind of home team,
Yeah.
They kind of get that home team feeling, just like the Kansas City Chiefs and the Vikings. They're 4 hours away.
So there's gonna be a lot of Timberwolves fans when they probably win it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna win it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. They'll win.
So
the West.
You're gonna go with Boston?
Yeah.
I'm probably 2024.
I'm gonna have to get out a loan if they make it the finals and go see Boston.
Same bucket list, right?
Yeah. You saw my bucket list. Like, yeah.
I'll go with the Timberwolves. I said it here first.
Hey, so ladies and gentlemen, we are just waiting for the arrival of Carlos Trinidad-Snake. He's gonna come on the show and talk a little bit about his recent bout down in Omaha, where he was victorious, and now he got a chance for a chance at the belt. And I think they're welterweights. I believe 146, 147, somewhere around that area.
Yeah.
You know, little bitty guys, but little bitty tough guys.
So if nobody knows, he fought in what they call the bare knuckle.
Yeah, bare knuckle
fighting championship series. Now it's seriously bare knuckle.
It literally is bare knuckle.
And to be honest, I tell you, that was my first time witnessing that. I DJ'd for Brawl for All, DJ'd for Showtime, boxing, CBS boxing, and all that stuff. But the whole bare knuckle, that's a freaking crazy.
It is. It's so violent. There's no other way I can put it, man. I wish my cousin, my little sister Annabelle. Oh man.
I could only imagine.
I pray for her, man.
Yeah.
To go out there, and then a mom to go out there and see, you know, your boys in a fight.
Dang, man.
I couldn't do it, dude.
So like 2 fights before Trinidad was some ladies, and they had their pictures up, you know, their promo pictures. This is who's coming from, and you didn't get to see it because you were in live.
Yeah.
But I was down at the big screen monitoring that and stuff, and they have a nice production. I mean, it's like freaking the top-notch production. Like they had, you know, pyrotechnics and the big screens in the back and beautiful lights, and come into some real good music and everything too. So they had their promo pictures up. Shoot, man! After those 2 ladies got done, you
couldn't tell they were. Like, you couldn't tell they were fighting out there.
Yeah, but they're all swollen and everything.
Yeah.
But just imagine what they look like 2 days today, man. I'm sure that they're
bruised, swollen, cuts.
That's just like, whoa, man! Why would you want to do that? But anyways, you know, they put on a good show. There was some other highlights and stuff. I was a little nervous too because we put it up there, and when we said 8:00. We put it up at the big screen downtown. So drive up. There's already people there. And I was
nice.
like, oh, man, okay, all right. So I went in there, put it on right away, and then kind of, you know, we had to do some configurations to the big screen and all that, and got it up. I put Carlos Trinidad fight on the bottom as the banner.
Yeah.
And we were watching this one fight, and it was one of the preliminary fights and stuff. And here, the guy went and was getting ready to knock the dude out, and then here it froze. I was like, oh, man.
No
I was
way.
like, man, we're going to have one of these. I was going to call Brandon IT up, and I was like, I think our internet's down and all this and that. I start panicking a little bit, and we did an internet test. They got it wired up down there and stuff. It's good. You know what I mean? Like, we're pulling down good bandwidth and upload speeds, and everything was great. So I was like, man, what is going on, you know? And I checked with the website. I think so many people were getting onto the website that it bogged it down.
Oh, I see.
So I kind of went through the back road a little bit and got a packet and make sure that it was a stable connection. Rest of the night, it was high definition down at the big screen, man.
Man, that's awesome, man.
Right.
That is
like,
awesome,
man.
I know that I want the listeners to hear how it was down there, but I also want Carlos to hear how it was down there, so I'm not going to have you repeat it twice.
Yeah.
So when Carlos gets here, we're going to sit down, introduce him, get him on here, let him say a few words, and then I want you to kind of let him know how it was here, because after I got back from the fights and I hopped onto your guys' Facebook, I saw the production you was talking about. I saw some of the angles and the interviews and everything after that, man.
The quality and
great,
everything was great production and everything too. So shout out to I think Isaac gave me a call and just said, hey, get it up there and stuff. You know, some of the elders want to see it, which is good. A lot of his family members are down there and stuff, but we'll tell that once he arrives and stuff. So like I said, you have a chance to win yourself a brand new. This is probably a good.
Let's win this shirt.
Yeah, about $35 if you wanted to purchase it on the streets and stuff. You know, but you go to retail, like, you know, what's the retail spot that you go to now? The Buckle or something like that. You know, it's probably about $65, but you can get it for free $99 if you share. Yeah. And so I think I only had one person share.
Oh yeah. We're up to 4. Hey, we still got some time too, because Carlos hasn't even got here, and we'll tell Carlos about it too. So maybe some of his peeps will start sharing it too. And
4 directions.
Yeah. Ooh. Hey, you know, one thing I wanted to bring up too before Carlos gets here is that Winnebago, they just had a pretty successful track and field season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
tell me about it.
Track and field season. We had a number of athletes that have been placing, and this is probably one of the biggest teams that we had in a number of years, you know?
Yeah.
And last few years, hardly anybody goes out for track. And I remember when we was in high school, we used to love going to track because then, you know, it's not like where you just play against one of your buddies, ball players, or football where you have the helmet on, you can't really talk to your buddies. Track and field season, man, you got all day long hang out with your buddies from different schools and talk, you know. Hey, but I want to give a shout out, man, to this young man. He's on my Warpath basketball team. His name is Angelo Jones. Angelo Jones broke the school record in the triple jump this year.
Dang.
And in Winnebago, that's huge because I think the triple jump record belonged to Trey Blackhawk or something. But Angelo, Angelo, he's a short dude too. He's got some hops, man.
Cool, man. That is awesome. That's for sure.
Well,
go ahead.
Go
okay, if you were gonna be that guy that was even announcing the fights was dope. You know what I mean? Like the guy that got everybody pumped up and everything like that. Yeah. So if you were to announce this guy,
oh man,
how would you?
Man, I need some background music. I'll sound like that mouse on Space Jam, the first one. Remember that?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, right now, he just now flew in. Chopper just dropped him off outside, man. We've been talking about him for a little while here now. Right here on the mic is Carlos Trinidad-Snake. What's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing tonight?
Hey, Carlos, you know, we were trying to figure out how we're going to do this interview, you know, and we said, well, when he gets here, let's let him talk about, since it's kind of fresh in his head, let's let him talk about the fight, or let's let him talk about 2 minutes of the fight anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we're gonna give you the mic, man. Go ahead and tear it up.
Yeah, it was a great fight. It was a fast night. Definitely not how I expected to win, but I'll definitely take it. So what happened was, in the first 13 seconds, I broke his jaw with an uppercut, and his mouth just started leaking blood instantly, and I knew something was wrong, and so I just kind of pressed him on, and I knew he wasn't going to continue in the second round, and he didn't come out, you know. And it was just a great feeling. It was kind of crazy because last time I said that a lot of people did have me losing this fight. He's a UFC vet. He had a long resume of fights, and so a lot of people are kind of counting me out as the younger guy with less experience.
Yeah, inexperienced.
Yeah, but I know the skills that I have, and I believe in them. So I knew the night was gonna go my way for sure, and it was just an awesome night, awesome feeling to win in Omaha with your family there, a lot of supporters, and it was
the snake pit.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. There's a lot. I had a lot of support from my friends, my family, and my fans, and it's a hard feeling to describe. You know, you have to feel that feeling, the euphoria of just having everybody cheering you on, and you know, knowing that you didn't let anybody down, you know, and you came through. So it was a great feeling for sure.
Dang. Okay, I'm gonna get into it here.
Yeah.
Then Q, you go rapid fire your questions too. But did you feel when you landed that punch?
So I don't know if you guys can hear if you watch the video, there's a loud snap as soon as it happened, and like I said, and I'm looking at him in the face, obviously, so I could see right away his jaw was kind of dangling a little bit, you know, it just was kind of open, and I was and the way he was spitting the blood, it was just a different scene, you know. I've had a lot of fights, but I've never done that to somebody, and
first 13 seconds.
Yeah, but right away I recognized that something, it was broken, and so you know, it sucks because I'm a dad, he's a dad, you know. I know we both got to go home, dude. And you know, I just hope he has good recovery and everything. He's a great athlete, and I definitely hope he has just a speedy recovery and stuff like that.
That's respectful, man. You know, just being down there live at the fights, you know, and is amazing. The energy, you know. And I heard you just now talk about, you know, your fans. You know, what I saw that night, you got more fans you think. Mm-hmm. That entire building was packed, and the entire building was going crazy when Carlos won this fight, you know. And Omaha loves you, dude.
Yeah.
Garen was saying, right now, obviously Bud Crawford is the sicko athlete from Omaha, and so is Houston Alexander, but then just to have your name even mentioned with those guys' names,
jawbreaker, man.
Dude, man, what did I say at that last interview? And I said, Google the snake uppercut. Remember me saying that? That was that snake uppercut he gave.
I talked to him after the fight, and he told me, he was like, man, I knew you were going to throw the uppercut. I just couldn't defend it.
Oh, man.
I try to tell people, like, it's a, they say I'm predictable. They say I have a weird style, an ugly style. They might not like it, but I've definitely perfected my craft, and I believe, like I said, I believe in my skill and everything I do. So, when you believe in it, you're confident enough to throw it, and when you throw it, that's when stuff happens. If you're not confident in it, you're not gonna throw it, and nothing's gonna happen.
So you fought last year about this time down in Omaha.
Yeah.
You were kind of on the undercard a little bit and stuff. And then what's the biggest difference? Probably the weight, right? Like just waiting through all those fights and everything.
Yeah, it's a different feeling for sure. Cause like I have a lot of friends. I think at least one person on every fight was from Omaha. So I know everybody, and watching them go out, like I said, like there's my friends are winning or losing, it's just it's a tough feeling, but I definitely don't let that get in the way. I definitely know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And it is kind of crazy to think like there's like 4 knockouts or something before me, so it's like what are the odds you get another one, or don't. So like I said, you got to make that stuff happen, man. You got to go out there and throw something. If you don't, nothing's gonna happen.
Did you fight was the last time you fought down in Omaha?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you've been fighting down in Omaha.
Yeah.
I thought you went to Denver or something like that.
No, I went for a training camp out there.
Oh, okay.
He was doing the Rocky thing out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Hey,
So
I was gonna say, you should give Carlos a little rundown, kind of little visual of how he was supported back here in Winnebago.
Oh yeah.
Because he knows he saw a little bit on Facebook and stuff. But I know you could tell him better.
Yeah, we had a lot of your relatives. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? A lot of snake relatives that came down, and just the friends from this show and everything too. But when we watched it, it was a nice production quality of everything that the what is it called, the bare knuckle fighting championship series.
Yeah, so
they do a great job.
Definitely shout out for the production crew that did the whole thing, man.
Right.
Beautiful.
From what we've seen on TV and to the commentators and to the analysis, and then they even had like a package roll where you were talking about what you plan on doing and kind of things like that, And then I was surprised because we didn't have to get it out. The word of mouth just caught on here in Winnebago. And there's some events that, they're not well attended, maybe about 5 people or something like that. But it just exploded. Most of the people just got on their social media and said, come down, it's on, come down and all that. And pretty soon, man, when you came out, cars were honking, people were cheering, kids were going nuts, and it was just like, wow. Yeah. But we noticed, like, when they introduced you, you didn't smile or hype it up or something. You were focused. Like, run us through that. Like, how do you, like, was you out of your body experience?
No. So, like, it's just, it's something I do at every fight. I always said, I tell all my friends and your teammates and stuff, like, as soon as you hit that curtain, that corner, whatever it is, and you see your opponent, like, you gotta know what your mission is, and that's it. All this other stuff is just another night in the office, another night in the gym. Like, this is all is all extra. The cameras and stuff, they just get a viewing.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Like, as soon as I come out that corner, where's he at? Boom, right there. Okay. Go ahead, grease me up, whatever you got to do, and I still know where I'm focused on,
Yeah.
And I just feel it's like a thing like Mike Tyson said, like in an interview, like he does too, and he says like once they break eye contact, I know I got him or something, It's just kind of like a mental thing, a little mind game, but because I feel like it's already awkward. You're already going to fight. It's hard to, like, hold a stare like that long. Yeah. And at first he did try to, like, stare back, and then he broke focus, and I was just like, I got that dog in me.
Yeah, for sure, man. That makes sense,
Yeah, hey, I like that question he asked him. That's a good question, what you feel like, I heard you say out-of-body experience, like, me and you's not going to, like, not that feeling,
Right.
Yeah. But, coming out... I saw some of the fighters coming down to their songs, and it was out there, throwing it up, just all dancing down. I was like, that guy's gonna get knocked out. Dancing around all the way up there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I like it, yeah, because Carlos came out and he had that eye, man. You know.
So, 13 seconds, is that what you said?
Yeah.
13 seconds. How many months did it prepare for that 13 seconds?
I was probably going for a good at least 2.5, if not more. As soon as the year started, I knew they were going to give me a call sometime. I was hoping it had been on like another card, international or something. But if not, I knew they were going to come back to Omaha, and I could. And like I said, I was fighting for the main event. I got the main event. Then the only other thing to do was to make sure I put on a show and did it in spectacular fashion. And I delivered on that too. So it was just an awesome night, awesome feeling.
Gotta give your opponent though. Gotta give him some props for sticking it out the rest of the round, man. With the broken jaw.
He is an animal, man. And shout out to Dustin Pegg. And he's like I said, true warrior. I knew he told me after the fight that he knew he had like one chance to finish out that round and go for it, and he definitely did. And you know, like I said, it's not easy for sure, and to do that with your jaw dangling and still going for the hunt, you know,
man, yeah.
he's either crazy or you know I know he wanted it as bad as I did, you know.
Yeah.
So tell him like what you told me when you were in person.
Okay, so I had good seats. You know, we had a good view right there. I sent you some of the pictures, you know. Yeah. And so from where we were sitting at, see, we didn't know all about the jaw dangling after 13, you know.
Because it happened so fast.
Yeah. Well, see, what we thought happened was right at the end, you know, the 10 seconds they give you the tick, tick, tick. Yeah. And then they start going, you know, kind of sizing each other up. And then right before the bell rung, Carlos got in there and tagged him. And it was kind of like an uppercut, more like a side one. I think that's how it went. But then his head went back a little bit. Then I was like, man, because after they didn't come out, then Carlos was, you know, coming out there, you know, yeah, let's go, you know, that they won. And then the lights kind of went off, and I was, everybody in the stands was like, what happened? What happened? You know? Yeah. And so then I was telling my family, I was like, my boys and stuff, I was like, you know, the only thing that could have probably happened at that last second right there is it looked like he kind of got in there and gave him a little uppercut. Dang. And I said he might have broke his jaw. Yeah. But then I was right. But this happened at the beginning of the fight. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I wonder what that conversation was in that corner. You know what I mean? Like he went back to his corner and
I can't do it.
I mean, or was his team was like, we're not gonna let you go back out there, maybe because you were just in that warrior mentality and stuff. He probably wanted to come back out, but his corner stopped. I think it was the doctor that's what they announced. They said at the recommendation of the doctor that we're stopping this fight and stuff because of a broken jaw. Oh, okay. But the commentators said it. They said we think he has a broken jaw. You know.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing is that we didn't hear that at the fights. I actually heard about the fractured jaw on the way home when I was watching your guys' feed from your guys' videos and stuff like that.
And I feel like a lot of people didn't know what went on, you know, because unless you were like at home watching and you had the stream with the commentators that were like, oh, okay, the doctor just confirmed, you know, it was a fractured jaw. Oh, a lot of people didn't know, and it did suck a little bit because, like I said, there was a bunch of people who didn't understand what happened, you know. Yeah. But they thought he just gave up on the stool or something and didn't want to come out in the next round. But it just happened so fast, and you know, he pressed on for as long as he could. The doctor definitely won't let you continue if something's fractured or broken. Oh, okay. It doesn't matter. And he said that the doctor recognized right away that it was broken. I'm not a doctor at all, and I recognized right away that it was broken. Just by the way, it was hanging, you know. And he said I lost all feeling right away. And he said I touched my jaw to make sure it was still closed. Oh. And I was like, dude. Wow. Like I said, he's an animal for sure.
Dang. Did he lean into your uppercut?
Yeah. So at the beginning of the fight, you can see we start, and I was following him, and I was like, and in my head, I was like, I don't want to follow him. I want him to come on the inside because this is how I lead into his counters. So I walked backwards, we jabbed each other, and then I walked backwards, and I knew he was coming in, and right away when he did it, he kind of, like, how do you say that, telegraphed, and he came down, And so right away, it was just, you know, an instinct. Wow. And it connected perfect. And, yeah, and it was just an awesome thing.
And you could feel him, like his eyes or something like that. Like
I didn't feel it, but like I said, there was just a loud snap, like as soon as it happened. And I feel like a lot of people thought we butted heads or something.
Yeah.
Like, because it was just like a really fast exchange. But it was definitely the jaw, or, you know, in the hand.
Oh, my goodness.
It was like a little 2-punch combo, because I hit the uppercut, came down, and then I hit another over the hand, and it just connected right on the jaw. And it broke him in, I think, 2 places, he says.
Dang, man.
I know. I'm just over here like,
I know. That is crazy. Did he get any hands on you? Did he?
He definitely jabbed me right in the face. And like I said, I haven't really been hit in the bare knuckle too much. And but I really think that was the first punch that I actually felt. And I was like, oh, yeah. So that's what it feels
It's
like.
real.
You know, that's what it feels like. I was like, okay.
I can handle that.
Yeah. But that's exactly what I thought, too.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, this dude got nothing for me. I'm way too fast, way too long. And it was always the game plan. I knew I was going to, if the jaw thing didn't happen, I think I would have won the fight, technical anyway.
Yeah.
And I think I would have put him down later.
Wow, that is cool, man. So let's talk about like next steps. Go ahead, Q.
Next steps. Oh, so we see that. Well, the whole thing hyped up for the main event was the winner goes on and gets a chance at the belt. So let's talk about that. Maybe let the listeners know who the champ is, and maybe a possible date of when you're going to take that belt from him.
Yeah. So the champ is Austin Trout. He's a former boxing champion.
I guarantee you everybody's looking up that name right
Austin
now.
Trout. Google it.
Yeah.
Google it, y'all.
And,
Google it.
guarantee
Austin
it.
Trout.
So he made the transition over to bare knuckle, and he fought the champion, number 1 pound for pound dude, Luis Palomino, and he took the belt off of him. So he's only had 2 fights in the bare knuckle. I've had 5. I'm 5-0, 3 knockouts. So I think it's a good lineup.
Yeah.
I do
where's
think
this guy from?
This guy, I'm not really sure. I don't want to say something and get it wrong.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So you have to request that, and he has to accept, or is it how's it?
I think I'm just right in line. You know, I think the next
let's
guy
go,
for sure. Like,
let's go.
There shouldn't be anybody else that makes sense. There's
Yeah.
nobody better that has a better resume, a lineup than me right now. You know, I've
Yeah.
done 2 ranked opponents in a row. The last guy I beat before him was the former champion. You know, so it just wouldn't make sense for anybody else right now for sure.
It does make sense though. We sit there, me and Garen like watching boxing matches together, and we see the build up to the fights and interviews and stuff like that. So it is interesting to hear all this stuff, all the backstories and the behind the scenes stuff, you know. And then we can put it all together, put all the information together on a Friday night.
I know, right?
That's
I mean,
some crazy
because
stuff.
I guarantee you, a lot of those kids are now fans of yours that were sitting down there watching. They want to go to one of your next fights and everything too. And then just to be part of, you know, your family's here and your mom and you know your grandparents and everything too, man. That was really cool. We had the Winnebago in the news cover it. Brian, he went down there and it was just like, we talk about it to this day and stuff, man. So congratulations on your win. That was freaking amazing.
Awesome, thank you.
We want to give you an opportunity if you want to say anything to the Winnebago people out there. You know what I mean? Like,
I just like to thank everybody for the viewing. Thanks everybody for showing up. Thanks for all the support. It means a lot, and it just you know, I'm working to give you guys a world champion, and I work hard, and thanks for all the support, and I'll make sure that we win the next one. I'll let you guys know when the next fight is, and I love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
for sure.
there you go. Nice
Awesome,
ending on that, man.
Yeah.
So we were talking to like as many people as showed up down to the big screen. The big screen, you know, they got that idea of getting that big screen to send out information to the community, you know, during COVID.
Yeah.
And then now, you know, we found another avenue to be able to entertain the people, you know, with that big screen. And as much people as showed up this last time, I told Garen, just imagine how many people's gonna show up this next time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
So there's a shot that we took right there. We put you on the banner and everything, and it was just like people were sharing. It was word of mouth marketing on that one to get down there to the big screen. And Friday night, it was the last day of school too. And one of the parents said, "Man, I'm glad this young man is doing his thing up there on the big screen." you're up there on the big screen, and then he said it's giving my kids something to do so that they're not getting naughty.
Yeah.
And you know, this you and yourself, you could be behind bars or whatever and stuff. We all could be in that realm and stuff, but you chose to take it out and professional train. You know, and you have a talent.
Yeah, thank you so much. Like I said, I work hard, and I've always wanted to be a champion, be a world champion, and I'm right there at the brink of it, you know. So definitely one more step to go. I told everybody I would get this far, and I wouldn't have worked this hard if I really didn't want it, you know. So.
Yeah, man, for real. So I know we talked about that your next fight is the chance. And I know it's early because the fight just happened this past Friday, but is there any idea of when that championship fight is going to be?
He just fought, I think, in either February or March, one of the two. So I think maybe he'll be getting ready for somewhere towards the end of the year, or September, August, maybe towards December. Either way, I'm gonna be ready. I'm always be training. I've been training since you know, I was training as soon as he won the belt. I was training for him, so I'm ready for him whenever. Now, later, I could have done it this week. He could have been the last week, and it would have been the same outcome.
Yeah.
I love what you said afterwards too. Austin Trout, you ain't big. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody went nuts. You know what I mean? That was so cool. You know, Scott Aldridge, good buddy. He boxing too. You know, Scott Aldridge, but he wanted to know, you know, like some of the training. He's working with some of the young boxers in town and stuff. You know, you train out of Omaha. I wonder if we can get you up here one of these times.
That was one of the things I was gonna say too when I was gonna butt in, is like maybe your PR people gotta, you know, maybe contact maybe either Scott Aldrich or Denton Porter at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah,
you know, and get something going for that, man. These kids, man, they'd be so amazed to have Carlos up here. You know, even to show them some things, you know.
For sure.
I mean, not for school or anything.
You're gonna have to start out watching that rerun of the boxing match or the fight, and just say, "Don't blink, guys. Do not blink, because it's over in 13 seconds."
Hey, don't blink, because this guy blinked. Let's see what happened.
But your reputation is gonna freaking go. Like, it's already way up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But after that, everybody's going to say, this dude broke his jaw.
Yeah.
So you're just going to freaking catapult to the next level, bro.
I'm kind of blowing up right now. You know, I'm relevant right now, so it feels good. I'm definitely on social media. I'm getting a lot of hype, a lot of different interview requests and stuff like that. So I got a full schedule coming up. It's kind of overwhelming. I'm really not used to it. I remember when we went there, we were signing the posters. I'm looking at the poster, and I'm like, "Where's my picture at?" I'm not even on here. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm the main event. I'm the main picture at the top." And I'm looking at the list for my other fights, and I was like, "Oh man." So everybody was there.
That's probably a real surreal feeling. Right
it was.
There, you know
it was. I was telling just everybody, like, they were all like real respectful. Like, "Oh, hey Carlos, how you doing? You know, oh hey, good to see you." And then I was like, "Man, why is everybody so nice to me?" And I was like,
they don't want to get.
I'm the main event.
They don't want to get beat up. That's why. Hey,
awesome.
I had two things. And then we can kind of get towards that the end of the interview. But first thing is my dad and my mom wanted to make sure and tell you congratulations. And after the fight on the way home, first and foremost, after the show, after Carlos came in to do the last interview, we ran out to my parents' house to drop some tickets off because they were purchasing some tickets. And Pop said, I ain't got nothing for you, grandson. He said, but I got a prayer. And so Pops grabbed his eagle feather, his cedar, and said a nice word of prayer over Carlos and his upcoming fight and everything, and, you know, fanned him off, kind of old school way, you know. And so my parents said, you remind Carlos that's the hand that Choka ceded off. That hand right there. That was the fist that she ceded off.
But literally at the same time, it was ironic because he said, "Here, one on the jaw, just for good measure," you know. And I was like, and it was just kind of crazy that I broke that dude's jaw. And I was literally talking about it on the way here. I was like, he didn't get no blessings, you know.
That is so crazy, cool, man. Yep. And then my last thing too on this one, and thanks for sharing that too about Pops, because, you know, he needs blessings too, you know. But the last thing, and I'm not trying to steal some shine away from you, but I heard your brother's got a fight coming up.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your brother Gabe a little bit. I think she's got the visual here in a few seconds here. But let's talk about his fight though. Is he into the bare knuckle, or is his fighting style different?
No, his will be MMA. So.
Oh, okay.
Man, my brother, he works hard, and he works harder than me, and he's gonna be a great fighter. He's still coming into himself right now. He does more groundwork. So I expect to see a lot of wrestling, a lot of jiu-jitsu, but he definitely has knockout power, just like me, and he's a tough round man for anybody. I'm super excited to watch him fight. So shout out to my brother, Gabe Trinidad.
Oh, cool.
And
when's that going to take place?
It's going to take place here June 7th.
Where's that at?
In Omaha, Nebraska, at the Ralston, same arena,
Dang.
Liberty First Credit Union Arena. So it's going to be a good time. Make sure you guys come out, check it out.
Okay, the visual is up there right now, you guys.
Yes,
it's called
sir.
Dynasty Combat Sports, man. It's called the Summer Kickoff 2024, and the visual says Powell versus Trinidad on June 7th. June 7th. Mark that down in your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. June 7th. Some more fighting going on. Some more Ho-Chunk fighting going on around here. You know.
He's an entertainer for sure. Like he's gonna finish the fight 100%. And definitely don't blink on his fight because he can get it done quick too.
So older brother, but you put you two in the ring. Who wins?
Yeah. Oh man, I can't even tell you. We got I don't even know what the number is. We got an actual number, me and him, back and forth, because he's, like I said, he's not an easy round. He's definitely a competitor.
You put those two in the round together, in the ring together. You know who wins? Yeah. Their mama. She go out there and slap them up. Behave now.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Oh man. Yeah. Hey, this interview has been a good one, man, Carlos. Yeah. I just want to let you know that from a fan standpoint, watching in to the entire fight, the entire night, and then when you came out, I just want to let you know, as a fan, as a spectator, everything you did was the way it was supposed to be done. You came out looking humble. You were focused on what you're trying to do. You went out there and you took care of business, and I know that you had to have been saying prayers, and Mona blessed you with an easy night of fighting that night. And so myself and my family, we went down, as a night out, to go check out our relative down there, and you made every one of us proud in that whole snake pit up there. That's what we called it, the snake pit. Yeah. Our chokas, all of our chokas from up north in Wisconsin, they have a home, a snake house that they all call the snake pit. That's where everybody goes. All the snake clan members go to that house when they go up there, and it's always good times, family. And that's what we did up there. It was a good time up in that snake pit up there, cheering for you. So I just want to let you know I'm proud of you.
Yeah, and I just want, just because you reminded me for that, I did have one fan, a lady. She came down from Wisconsin, and she said she was from the tribe up there, and she was a relative. And she did tell me that she had cancer, and she did tell me that she came down to see me, and that it made her night, whatever, that I won and whatnot. And I forgot her name, but she came down with her daughter and her sister, I think. And I just want to say that I love you. Thank you so much for coming to see me. I appreciate it, and I'm praying for you too.
Oh man, good one there, Carlos. Good one, man.
This guy got it, man.
Exactly.
Freaking phenomenal fighter. Champ, you know what I mean? You're always gonna be a champ in the Big Voices book, you know what I mean? And then just the heart you have too. So shoot, man, keep it going. You're a role model, you know what I mean? Much. And keep it going, and your moms and your family blessings and stuff like that. That's what we wish for you too as well too. Good words, guys. Good words.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And check that T-shirt out and let's see. Is there any more people that put in the clicked on that share button? Yeah, we're trying to give this T-shirt away for anybody who shares this episode here, and I believe it was up to 4.
We'll get you one. Dang.
Oh, okay. So now we got 8.
All right. So how do you want to do that? Well, pick a number. Go ahead and pick a number. So 1 through 8. 1 through 8 here. There's 9.
Oh, there's 9
so
now. Somebody kind of got in on that one.
We don't know who.
Don't look
at
the screen. Don't look at the screen. Pick a number.
What's your favorite number from 1 to 9?
5.
Okay, 5, so go ahead and mix that up, and then who's number 5 on that list there? So go ahead and mix it up, and your winner.
Drum roll.
Is...
Old school hip hop drum roll.
That is awesome. Carlos Trinidad-Snake is in the house, man. 2 days after his 13-second knockout, he comes up here to Winnebago, man. Like I said, that means a lot to us and everything, too. So thank you, everybody, the Big Voice, for tuning in. And those, I know that the Winnebago in the news, Brian, he wanted to make mention, too, that he'd like to do a story. And so if you have any quotes or anything like that, man, we'll probably just kind of email you and say, hey, you got anything that you want to tell the people or about that and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so
Get it done.
Yeah, do that in that next issue. That'd be great, man. Follow up that fight. That'd be great.
All right, did we get a winner?
I don't think I can see it till the lad's done.
Oh, okay.
Shares.
Oh, okay. So, dang. Well, let's see here. All right, Q.
Hey, I tell you what. Make sure those of you that shared this episode and are in for the T-shirt, shortly after this episode, check back on the comment section, and Bethany will let you know who wins the T-shirt.
Can I sign it?
Yeah,
And
for sure.
It'll actually be autographed by Carlos Trinidad-Snake.
There you go.
We got
Right,
Sharpie.
the snake
Sign it
uppercut.
right there.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. We'll get you one too, man.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
we'd be proud to have you
For
support
sure.
that and things like that too. So,
All right, so make sure and check that comment section here in a few minutes after we're done. But yeah, also you guys, if any exciting things happen in this area and on the res here in Winnebago or anywhere nearby, and we're trying to highlight some of our youth from our communities here, just stay tuned to Big Voice, and another episode at some point will be coming up soon, so we can keep you guys updated about the sports around here.
I got one question. As a DJ,
No,
did
for
you pick that song that you came out? You came out to Ice Cube Friday.
Yeah.
You picked that song?
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it,
100%.
man. I was like,
that was-
oh, Friday.
And you know what? The crazy thing, I said, all right, we sat at the beginning and said, all right, we're gonna take a contest. Who comes out to the best song? And it was the last one. Because everybody else kind of come out to some lame songs.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And it definitely was. So.
Because we could hear it in the background and
Yeah.
stuff, you know, and I was
Oh,
like,
is that the winner?
As a DJ, you know what I mean? Because Carlos came up to me and he requested songs when I was DJing over at One of Vegas.
Yeah.
So I was just like, what song did he pick? And then Friday, I was like,
Oh.
okay, we got a winner.
We do have a winner, ladies and gentlemen, of the this T-shirt right here that's going to be autographed by Carlos. We have a winner. Carlos picked number 5, and the 5th person on that list, after shuffled, is Maggie Miller.
Oh.
Maggie Miller. Let's go, Maggie. Let's go. So
you
yeah,
for sharing.
Maggie, you can make sure and stop up here probably sometime tomorrow, and Bethany or Garen will have this awesome T-shirt right here with awesome design, and it'll also be autographed by Carlos. Nice. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that is our show. Thank you, Carlos, for coming up here and sharing everything you did with us. And we'll see you the next time we do this show.
Problem. Thanks for having me, everybody. Have a great night.
Yes, you are listening to 100.9 FM. This is KWTN, the Big Voice Radio. This is the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. We're tuning out.